Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your man, Sean Zittel, walking out of the Virgin after watching Kid Austin, Floyd Schofield Jr. get a unanimous decision over Rene Tellez Giron, and some opening thoughts. Well, first of all, it's a fun fight to watch. He does have an exciting style, and he's got some stuff you can't teach: athleticism, explosiveness, hand speed. Got some good pop in his punches, no doubt about that. Giron, he kind of handcuffed Giron with the hand speed to where he's not really able to punch in between punches because Giron was covering up in the high guard and then just trying to be patient after the early parts of the fight. But I think that, I don't think, to compare him to the guys he's calling out, Shakur, Tank, Devin, I think all three of them were better boxers at this age that he's at. But Devin and Shakur, they didn't have his level of explosiveness. And Shakur coming up from 26, Kid Austin starting off at 135. He punches with a level of bad intentions and with a level of explosiveness that, Haney and Shakur didn't, but they were much more seasoned, better boxers than him and much harder to hit than he's been. Haney got hit more than Stevenson on the way up, but he was still a lot harder to hit and a lot more dominant on the outside than Schofield was. And so the pros for Schofield is he's got good hand speeds, dynamic offense. He throws combinations in a style that we're not used to seeing much in today's game. And he tries to do it like a Sugar Ray Leonard or Sugar Shane Mosley. But the problem with him doing that is sometimes he lets go of those combinations like something's not coming back. And something is coming back. And that's part of why Shakur and Devin and Tank don't open up with those level of combinations in today's game, because they're expecting something coming back and prepared for it defensively, and they're responsible defensively in a way that Schofield Jr. isn't at his age, at the age they were at. So yeah, in a way that Schofield isn't defensively right now. But the pros are he's been exciting to watch. He has an electric level of athleticism, and he fought with a lot of heart down the stretch and grit, even maybe too much for his own good and not enough smarts. But after getting hurt by a chopping right hand in round 3, he didn't react well by giving his back to Tellez Giron. But he got hurt again in the 11th, or he got dropped in the 11th, but he actually got up and closed the show pretty strong in the 12th round. He got up, closed the show pretty strong in the 12th. So he showed a lot of grit, a lot of heart and balls right there. But unfortunately, for him, that still leaves questions about, does he have a suspect punch resistance? I'm going to say punch resistance and not chin, because he really didn't get hit on the chin that much. It was always somewhere on the top of the head, and that could definitely throw your equilibrium off. So suspect punch resistance. Tellez Giron, was outgunned athletically. He wasn't really able to get off too much, but the few times he found the mark, he hurt Kid Austin and even dropped him. And then the other problem in Kid Austin's game is just defensively. Like, when you don't see anything from him defensively in the pocket, he's using his feet to make a much slower guy and Giron reset his feet. And then he's using his hand speed and his combinations to handcuff him on the outside, force him to keep the high guard and not have many opportunities to punch, because the gap in speed kills. But when he fights more talented fighters who can challenge him in those areas, he's going to have to shore things up, because he didn't show us a lot of defensive nuance in the pocket. He would just hold. He would let go of a combination, and then his defensive response was to hold. He wasn't catching and shooting on the inside that much. He would duck underneath some shots, but not really keep his eyes on the target, his radar up. So those are things that got to get shored up. I still don't think he's ready for any of the top guys he's calling out. He's very raw and green, despite having a very good level of talent. So I think he needs some more fights against veterans like Tellez Giron. But I will say the Shakur-Stevenson fight is interesting for a few reasons, because Shakur started at 126, and Kid Austin's a natural lightweight who has a level of physicality to him. And, he's got some pop, he got some speed, got some explosiveness. And Shakur at 35 hasn't been as impressive as he was at 130. Even though he's the WBC lightweight champion, hasn't come close to really losing. So, I favor Stevenson to beat him. But it is interesting in that, he has a level of physicality to him at 35, even though he's still growing into his man strength. He's not fully grown yet. That can pose some issues for Stevenson. But I just think the gap in how seasoned they are, and the fact that Shakur is just much more skilled than he is right now, I think Stevenson would win a decision against Kid Austin. But, you know, he's fun to watch. His dad made the right move in the post-fight by announcing Joan Guzman, the former super slick, super talented Dominican fighter, Dominican champion who helped Jermell Charlo become undisputed for those fights with Brian Castano. I think that's a good move. You know, Teofimo Lopez had his best success with Joey Gamache as an extra pair of eyes in the Lomachenko fight. And, you know, the dad is, I'm messing this up now. The dad is smart to do the same, you know, to bring in Guzman. So he's raw. He's got holes in his game. He's fun to watch. He's talented. You know, fun prospect right now in the lightweight division. So that's about all I got from the Virgin here in Las Vegas. Peace.